or just sad, then you're not ready for this final one. We're calling him Poe, both because Edgar Allan Poe and also Poe from Kung Fu Panda, the greatest movie of all time. Maybe not greatest of all time, but one of the greats, what, right? So Poe had a friend. This poor guy was convinced that this girl was, like, gonna like him. He was like, dude, like, I'm smooth, I'm good looking, like, she's totally gonna like me. He was a little bit overconfident, but he also wasn't, like, totally super arrogant. He was a pretty decent guy. He just genuinely believed that, like, it was gonna go well. The problem is, Poe's friend, and we're just gonna call Poe's friend Ben, because we gotta bring back Ben, right? And real quick, comment, I was gonna say comment fart attack. Do not comment fart attack down below. Comment laugh down below. That'll be a secret word. I'm trying to bring these back, guys, for that. Anyways, Poe's friend Ben had an idea that he was gonna ask out a girl, right? He had this girl. Like, he was like, she's gonna like me, it's gonna be great. And the problem is, Poe's friend Ben started watching romantic movies to figure out what the best way to ask her out. And let me just give you guys a little bit of life advice. Rom-coms are good and all, but they're definitely not a how-to guide. Believe it or not, these are actors with paid scripts. These are paid actors who read scripts, and if the main guy says something, and the girl's supposed to say, but like, I like you. Look, at the end of the day, the rom-com, they're going to get together, no matter how stupid the thing is, right? Do not use rom-coms as how-to guides, okay? Unfortunately, Ben took these rom-coms as how-to guides. So one day, in the cafeteria, this girl that Ben was in love with, basically, right, was sitting there with all of her friends. And Poe was aware that Ben was going to try and ask her out, and kind of told him, hey man, like, let's wait a little bit, like, because Poe kind of realized that Poe wasn't as convinced as Ben was that she was quote-unquote in love with him or whatever, so Poe's like, hey man, let's chill out for a second, okay? Let's ask her friends, get a little sense, make sure she's not seeing anyone else, because that'd be embarrassing. But no, Poe's sitting in the lunch, and so's the girl that Ben's obsessed with, and Ben walks into the lunchroom. And Ben is pretty good at guitar, which I think is pretty sick, so if you're good at guitar, I'll pat on your back. He brings in his guitar, right? And he just, like, he has it over his shoulder, almost in playing position. And he walks in, and he starts going like, he starts, like, playing it, right? And he starts walking right towards this girl. And he's had, like, 3 interactions with this girl, by the way. And he starts, like, singing this, like, love song. He's like, Stacy, yeah. It's like the worst crap you've ever heard. It's awful. It's like, Stacy, yeah. Okay, obviously I can't do a voice guitar that well, but just assume it's something really scuffed, right? Super scuffed. He's like, I've been thinking about you so much. I think you're so great. Remember, also, this is in front of literally everyone. This is in front of the entire, because, like, obviously the entire lunchroom, like, turns around and is like, what the hell, what? Like, what's going on right now, bro? And they all start looking. This guy's just, like, playing his guitar, saying, like, how awesome she is. And eventually he's like, I will be so happy. It's like, will you go out with me? Just has this, like, big, like, guitar solo. Sounds a little different than, but you get what I mean. That's, like, the climax or whatever. And she's just, like, sitting there, and her face is, like, bright red. Because this is extremely embarrassing. First of all, this is extremely embarrassing. Even if you were gonna say yes to this kid if you liked him, this is just genuinely extremely embarrassing no matter how you look at it, dude. Like, this is just not good for either of them, right? And so eventually, he finishes his guitar solo, and he's literally on the ground on his knees. You know, there's, like, the end of the Rock performance, the guy's, like, right before he smashes his guitar, he's on, like, does, like, a dive or whatever, it's on his, basically like that, right? And he just looks up at, Stacy, let's call her Stacy, right? And Ben is looking at Stacy, Stacy's looking at Ben, and the whole lunchroom is looking at both of them. And she very quietly says, like, I'm sorry, I don't think I'm gonna see anyone, like, I don't think I want to see anyone right now, so no. And Ben is just like, okay. He stands straight up, grabs his guitar, and walks out of there, looking like the most defeated man you've ever seen. And Poe is just sitting there like, bro, this is why you listen to
Click on the video on screen right now. I know you'll enjoy it. Just click it, do it.
Today we get a story of a spoiled brat who pulls the fire alarm simply to skip a test. However, he eventually gets the karma he deserves. Let's just jump right into the story. So we're going to call the subscriber who submitted the story Nathan. And anyways, Nathan had a friend in his class called Ben. Nathan and Ben were friends outside of school, or not outside of school, they were friends